After this, Chiron showed up and basically took this mercenary back, preventing Wolfgang from killing him. And Wolfgang was joined by Comrade Hanar, who rode after him sometime later on a slower horse, arriving sometime later. And then the party returned, having a moment of honesty to discuss with the people that they'd been traveling with about what had happened, and convincing a car to separate himself from the deal that they had made. And because of that, the cleric powers of which he had earned through that deal were stripped from him. But then, as he dozed off to sleep while on watch, he found a blade. And he took that blade, and he felt all that power restored back to him. And now, sorry. And now the party's somewhere outside of the city of St. Morgan, the hometown of Wolfgang Harlequin, the city attacked by the Nightwalker. And now we get to see what Wolfgang plans to do here. So.
Yes.
It is next morning. Everybody but Akar has received a long rest, as Akar once again took the night watch, because Akar does not have to sleep, not gaining exhaustion through that, but also not getting the benefits of long rest. So, Wolfgang, you rise.
All right. So he rises
So what do you
in the
guys
morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, I think he's gonna go check up on a car. I think would be the first thing. Kind of go over, see how a car's faring. So he'd walk up. Anything happened during the night? Yep, you could take a minute.
Apologies, dog wouldn't stop barking.
Ah, gotcha.
Car would just kind of look at him for a moment. There was something.
Alright, what happened?
I'll just kind of look towards Lavia's party. Not now.
Alright, I suppose I just keep in mind, he's gonna kind of lower his voice a little bit. I mean, we gotta be nice to these folks already, especially after last night.
Nice, yes.
Alright. Great.
We could step off and I can speak with you.
Yeah, I was about to suggest, let's step over there.
He'd nod, standing. Go with me.
Okay. And so, just kind of try to find an area away from, just a little bit away from the group, out of earshot.
Well, last night when you went to talk to Lavi about the events that night before, when you went to discuss the events that had transpired, you went a little bit over a hill. And
Yeah.
once again, it is still fairly late in the year. Snow is still covering the ground basically everywhere. It's still very, very cold, but Wolfgang, you know that it could be worse here.
Hmm.
And so you can kind of head over the hill, or you can go somewhere closer but kind of risk it.
I think hill's safe bet.
So you two both kind of walk over the hill again, and you find yourself a good 300-400 feet away from the camp. Very bright, clear sky, sun. Only thing you can see, not a cloud for miles and miles.
Okay. So,
Okay.
what happened?
I had a strange dream of a sort last night. And in it, I was in this cave. There was no exit. I fought some skeleton with a blade. But I awoke and I'll pull it with that blade.
And you'd kind of, I think, take notice of it for the first time. Just kind of look it up and down. Jeez.
I have a drawing of that bitch.
You do, that's right.
I'm totally
Send
sending
it. Send it.
Wasn't me that drew this one.
Yeah. And I'll actually, once you have it sent, I'll go show it off real quick on stream.
Hell yeah. There we go.
Okay, go and check it out. So yeah, that's a nice drawing that someone did for you of the blade.
It
It's
is
very
pretty.
neat.
I am not gonna lie, Josh. I thought you'd done it at first.
Oh, that I'd drawn it?
Yes.
No, although, thank you for thinking I have that kind of talent. But, yeah, no, it's very cool looking. And, so props. Who did that one again, Connor? I don't remember who did
It
that.
was Thug in the charisma chat.
Thug in the Charisma chat. Yeah, they're cool. Cool. So yeah, you kind of take note of it for the first time. Shit. So, weird. Looks cool. Well, at least you have a nice new sword to replace the one you lost, right?
That is true.
Hey,
All
Josh,
right.
does Wolfgang want to vibe check the blade?
I was just about to ask, actually. Yes, I would like to vibe check the blade.
I too
Where's
love vibe checking inanimate objects.
Yeah, it's is thing.
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana? Okay, we'll do Arcana. What's his Arcana? +0. Wonderful. That's a 10.
It's a sword,
It's a sword. Nice, weird looking
and it's
sword.
definitely magic.
Definitely magic.
So
Okay.
as you're kind of looking, as the car's holding its blade out in front of you, it's this nasty black blade. It's almost cold to the touch, like even more so than like the area around it.
Okay.
And you don't feel this, but Akara, you do. The blade is buzzing a little bit, humming with this energy to it.
I'd like to do something, actually.
Sure.
The Arcana check. Didn't get much from that. But I have a thing called Divine Sense. And it could detect if the item is consecrated or desecrated.
Okay.
And so I want to use one use of that. Does it show
Let me
up
check
as
real quick.
consecrated or desecrated? Or if it's technically alive, if it's an undead celestial or fiend, it can also detect that.
Let me do some reading.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da. Consecrated or desecrated, huh?
Yeah, it's between the two.
It's not what I want. What does it mean? Because I need to be very careful with what I say here.
That is fair.
Excuse me. Could you give me the page in the player handbook, please?
Say again, I'm sorry?
Could you give me the page in the player handbook?
I'll have to find it.
Never mind then. I will look for it myself.
Yeah, because I'm, again, all of this online.
Fucking bullshit, man. Fuck your online character creation, making everything easier.
I mean, yeah.
Bullshit. You guys have spent way too much money on all these books and then spent all your time just looking through them. So bullshit.
I know.
Okay. Because I have to be very careful because I don't want to tell a lie.
Right, right.
Because it could be one of these. Where the fuck is Paladin? There is Paladin. $0.09. Present storing evil registered senses like noxious odor. Powerful good rings in your heavenly music to your ears. As an action, you can open your.
So essentially, it would just give off some kind of sense, depending on what it is.
Honestly, don't know how to answer this question. Because
Fair.
it's very. It seems like it would be one thing. It really does seem like it should be this one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not quite. If that makes any sense.
Okay. I do understand.
I will say it's technically not what it says it should do. It does give off a divine presence.
Okay.
But it sure as shit is not a consecrated blade.
Okay. Gotcha.
It seems to perfectly fall right in between the two. The perfect gray.
Okay. We'll take that information into account.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Perfect.
So with that, what do you want to say?
He's gonna look to a card. So why exactly was this something you couldn't say there? What's...
I'm a bit unsure about the blade itself. It has a strange nature to it.
It's definitely a bit unsettling.
So I'm a bit unsure about a specific person and her reaction.
I don't blame you for that. Let's... Thank you for telling me.
Of course, why wouldn't I?
Dunno. We should head back, though, and make sure, you know, get everyone up, and if they're not already, and get ready to move. Because, Brent, could you remind me about how long it is to the city? Because it was 12 hours to, like, run there. How long about would it be?
It's probably, again, you didn't get to the city. You got to a few miles
to the
outside.
battlefield, yeah.
I would say probably on your normal thing, 2 days, probably at a slower pace, day and a half, standard, straight, just fucking straight marching, not including any rests.
Hmm.
And 2 days going at a slow pace. All this is without rest.
Okay, gotcha. Good to know. Yeah. What?
As the car starts walking back, he kind of stops for a second and looks at Wolfgang. I don't know if you've had any before. Yesterday, I tried this thing called coffee. You should try it if you haven't. It was
Coffee.
interesting.
He definitely is a coffee guy. Coffee. Yeah, you had coffee. How was it?
Very strange, but I kind of liked it.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. Coffee is the nectar of the gods. Some may call that blasphemy, but I just call it coffee.
Just kind of nods, doesn't at all understand what he's talking about, and just starts walking back to camp.
The best cleric.
The best. And so, yeah, he'll head back and kind of tend to things, make sure he's ready to go as soon as everyone's ready to, like, pack up and whatnot.
Alright. So when you guys do get back, there honestly are quite a lot of people that are all awake and all kind of doing stuff. So you don't really have to wake anybody up. Everyone's
Okay.
kind of everyone's already up. Hunarth is currently in the middle of doing some stretching. To my knowledge, Hunarth usually kind of keeps all the shit on him, even when sleeping, so it's not like he's got a lot to fucking throw in a bag. He just kind of gets up, fucking stretches, and then just grabs his tent, fucking throws it down, and then just kind of throws it in his bag, and considers the whole thing done.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And so he kind of finishes the stretch, sees you guys, kind of waves, and then just kind of picks up his axe and then just kind of starts tossing that amongst himself. Doesn't really have anything to say.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you guys want to discuss with any other member of the thing before we get moving? Because honestly, I don't particularly think we're gonna do anything until we reach the city. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything. We did a lot of our discussing in the last session with the truth circle.
That was a lot.
So yeah, I don't have anything. What about you? A car?
Akar absolutely goes up to Mira and asks for another cup of coffee.
That tracks.
Okay. And so you see Mira, who once again is an older human woman, wearing kind of brown leather, kind of chest armor, and pads on a couple other places. Blonde hair, kind of braided back. Looks very tired, and is just herself starting to pour herself out of her mug a thing, just going. And then you approach, and what do you say? Hey!
Hey.
Killer.
Hello.
Killer. I'm setting up this stupid thing.
You're good.
I got work.
Up. And kind of. Is she sitting currently?
Yes, she is definitely sitting.
Hey, you take a seat next to her. So, I have a question.
Yes.
Would you mind if I had some more of that coffee?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. This woman and her coffee are very. Ooh.
Ooh.
Where's my perception? Math. 23.
23? I am sorry to report that she is holding her thing and is pouring a little bit more into her cup as you say that. And then she says, "I'm sorry, I don't have a lot more left. We're almost in town, and I don't have a lot more. I would prefer not to. I am sorry, Akara. Just, I'm almost out."
She's gonna nod. Maybe once we're in town, you could show me where to get something.
We'll see.
Is a car about to turn into a caffeine addict?
Probably.
Akar's addicted to coffee now. Let's go. How's this sound, by the way?
Better than the fairy dust is all I have to say.
Yes, basically anything's better than fairy dust.
Does
and
this-
it's not,
Cookies does have some,
it's
by the
not
way.
great, but it's not the
Better.
worst.
Cool.
So, I already asked those two, but is there anything you would like to do before we make our way to St. Morgan? Because you're probably about 2 days out in total.
No, not really.
No, not really. Okay, cool.
Just going.
In that case, I think that's just what we're gonna do. I think we're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna go through the next 2 days journey. Everybody, go ahead and roll me one last perception check.
10.
10. Okay.
Waiting for big numbers.
Come on, Connor. Come on. It's addition.
Oh,
7.
What?
27.
27. Okay. Because because at first it cut out and it was just 7. I was like, what?
There's
even
no
possible?
physical way I can get a set. The lowest I can get is a 10.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So
29.
what, Connor?
Is that 29?
29.
Please stop talking when I'm asking Connor for information. But yes, okay, 29. Connor, why the fuck are you so quiet on my end? Jesus Christ.
Don't know. Am I quiet on anyone else's end?
No. You're good for me.
I mean, say something, Connor, real quick.
Bitch.
You're a little on the quiet side compared to everyone else. Just turn the knob a little bit.
But the knob doesn't change that, remember? It just changes background noise and stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, just move it a little closer.
That's what I've done.
Okay, thank you. So 29, 27, and 10. Okay. What you all are going to notice is that once you reach the battlefield, once more, Akar, you haven't been here before, except for I think once in a dream. But you all kind of go, and you reach the battlefield, and Akar, you kind of have this oh shit moment as you realize, oh, that place in which I was talking to Aldrich in a dream. And then I got taken here. And things went bad. We're here now. Great. Right about nighttime. And there's no clouds in the sky, and the moon's up, and it's red. Like in the dream. But nothing happens. Instead, there are a fairly large number of people, probably 20 to 30 of them, all of them wearing military uniforms, wearing a blue and white banner, kind of, that Wolfgang would know as the symbol of St. Morgan.
Hmm.
But they seem to just kind of be looking amongst the dead and just kind of generally searching. They don't give you any harassment. They don't even really seem to come up and talk to you. They kind of keep their distance and just kind of let you go on through. But what Akar and Hanarth notice are the ravens and the crows flying around, just circling the place. No vultures, just ravens and crows. Sitting on one tree. 7. Largest in the middle. Just watching over the spectacle before them. With a 27 and a 29, I will also say that you're going to notice that most of the bodies are burned. Very, very, very badly burned. Beyond recognition for most of these people. Most of these people will never get identified. Their identities are basically unknowable at this point. Almost charred to stone. Like charcoal. Which is not stone at all, but you get the fucking vibe. There are scattered little bits of evidence that this was at one point in time an encampment. There are little bits of burnt tent, little bits of of fabric attached to tent posts, charred and singed at the edges, just kind of briefly, kind of like flapping a little bit in the wind, almost like really fucked up flags. And a car with a 21, you're the only one to notice that there is very, very, very slight evidence, very close to the tree itself. There is a little bit of a foundation of a more permanent building there. But anything above the ground level has just been wiped off the face of the earth. Reduced to ash. You guys walk through. You guys take a rest for the night. Akar probably taking watch due to the not getting exhausted thing, but if Akar doesn't want to, that's fine, because also he kind of got hacked at by a dream skeleton, and there's hurt now, and Akar needs to deal with that, maybe? I don't know.
I have a question.
What's the question?
So, without requiring sleep, what counts as a long rest?
Just resting. You cannot take guard duty and get a long rest.
But he could attune to a weapon if...
Yes.
I think he's going to.
Oh, no. Okay. The whole world dies and everyone's dead.
Oh, no. I think with that, I think Wolfgang would take the watch then, so that somebody's okay. Doing it.
Well, someone's fucking gotta.
Yeah.
All right. So
Gosh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
I'm going on my computer. I'm going on the laptop now.
You're good.
So, Wolfgang takes watch. Go ahead and roll me a quick perception check.
Okay. That is net 20 plus 2. 22.
I don't need to see it.
The highest that I've got.
22? Okay. You watch at some point in time in the night as the group of soldiers that had went into the enemy camp had left.
Okay.
And they'd kind of walk past the tent and gave you guys plenty of room. One of them kind of gives you a wave as they're walking past. And they go ahead and take their... Hey.
Hey.
And they go ahead and they take their... And they take themselves away without causing any problems.
Okay. Now, with that, could I ask, is there anybody I see that I recognize? Did you say it was from St. Morgan?
With a 22, I don't think you're going to have to roll to know that.
Okay.
You're able to get a really good analysis of the face because you're looking and you're kind of in guard mode, like, I will kill any one of you motherfuckers that I see as a threat.
Mm-hmm.
You vaguely recognize two of them, but they're not from the Sanctum. You recall that back in the Great Dragon War, when you fought as a soldier in it with the Sanctum, some of these men also fought alongside you.
Okay.
These are older veterans of a war from 20 years ago.
Gotcha.
You recognize like two of them from that, but that's all. The rest of them seem to be a lot younger, and they're all standard members of the Guard rather than Sanctum Illuminatus members.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's kind of all you've got going on.
Sounds good.
So, with that, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go! So with that, you all wake up. You're all alive. Shocker, I know. Akara, when you kind of end your attunement, this vibration that you felt throughout your blade for the whole night kind of stops suddenly. And the blade is a lot lighter than it was. In fact, it almost seems to be weigh almost nothing at all. But you also get a strange feeling in your chest and then in the back of your head as well. Almost like the blade is part of you. And Hanarth, you awake. You've been in this weather for some time, and it is starting to bother you in a way that you weren't quite expecting. It feels too much like home. And you have a brief memory of a dream that you just can't quite get a grasp on. But it involves your mother and it involves your father. But the details are just too murky, and you can't make anything out of it. And now, you guys are probably about a rest of the day to get to St. Morgan. Getting there probably sometime after sunset. Is there anything any of you would like to do beforehand? No? Okay.
I don't think so.
No? And no. Okay. Well, in that case, you begin to travel. And you're headed south now, technically. As you've kind of went and then looped around the mountains and started heading back south down towards St. Morgan, but not enough south to make a difference in the weather. And once you start reaching ever closer to nightfall, you once again start to see clouds in the sky once again. And Wolfgang, you develop this sinking feeling in your gut. The closer you get, the worse it gets. But you can't identify a specific anxiety to it. It's just generally lurking there, clawing at you. But soon enough, the walls, or what is left of them, peek over the hill. As you walk through some of the farmlands, seeing various settlements, rows of crops now often burnt black against the white snow. Several of the houses are now lay abandoned. Some of them still smoking from dying flames, running out of things to burn. But the walls are in sight, or at least what's left of them. And as you all approach the main gate, the only gate on the north side, there's no longer a gate. The gatehouse that had once there has been completely blown open. There is little piles of bricks at the ends where the two towers that kind of held up the gate, supposed to be the strongest part of the wall, they have been blown away entirely. And standing at it are two separate groups of people armed to the teeth. One of them standing on your left side, wielding a white and gold banner. The other, blue and white. And they are visibly hostile to each other at this point. What do you guys want to do?
First, if I may, I would like to make a quick distinction of something that just dawned on me.
Yes.
Wolfgang would have gotten off and dismissed Uriel.
Okay, cool.
He appears as undead. So that is not good in a city like this.
That is not the vibe.
That is not the vibe. So, quick distinction there. Second, you said they're visibly hostile.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so I think approach. Keep a little bit of a distance. Kind of just shout out to them. Excuse us. Is everything alright here?
That's funny.
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
That's actually really fucking funny and very improbable. Let me go ahead and calculate the fucking odds of this.
Oh my god.
Because they're fucking low as shit.
Oh no.
I just rolled
Fear.
40-20.
Okay.
And 3 of them got the same result.
Oh.
And that is the same number of them that rolled the same result.
Whoa.
3 of them rolled 3s.
Wow.
What is 20 to the 4th power?
It's probably something I should be able to calculate in my head. 160,000.
100. That is 3 in 160,000.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's 1 in 160,000. I do not recall. However, the other one is a dragon. That means that's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20, yeah.
So, here's what happens.
Okay.
Is you kind of walk up, and now they're not saying words to each other. They're just staring, glaring at each other. The Sanctum's doing a better job of not glaring back, but there are a few of them that are definitely glaring back.
Gotcha.
But all of the fucking regular troops are not even hiding it at this point in time. They're all just fucking glaring.
Mm-hmm.
But Wolfgang, you notice that one of them sees you, looks you dead in the eye, goes pale, just walks up to his commander, points. Commander looks, scowl on his face, looks to him, says something. Guy runs.
Oh no.
Fucking full on sprint.
Fair enough. Okay.
But as for your inquiry, one of the men on the standard guard side just kind of looks at you and just not at all recognizing you. No, there's no problem here.
All right.
Are you looking for entrance to the city?
I'm gonna look back to his friends, his group. That would be correct.
Can we get a name for that, please? And before you can say anything, the guy who scowled at you kind of starts walking over towards this guy. His name is Wolfgang Harlequin.
That one.
And he's wanted by the Sanctum Illuminatus.
That one.
A dude kind of looks up, and this dawn of recognition is on his face. And he kind of looks at you, looks back at this guy, and then kind of looks at you, looks at all of you. And what are the rest of your names? At this point in time, all of the animosity that had kind of built up with the soldiers glaring has now transferred to you. They're all just kind of looking. The Sanctum are either pale faces, kind of slack-jawed, like, oh fuck, or they're like, this motherfucker's about to get his ass fucking beat. But the guards all looking in awe, like, holy shit, it's him.
Dude.
Hey, look, Wolfgang, you got a fan club.
I know.
Listen, this is a fucking hometown hero type shit.
Yeah. So, names.
The rest of you.
My name is Honoth. Honoth Honoblood.
Akari Lion.
Doesn't really seem to react to Akara's name. But when you say the name honor blood. Just kind of gives you a look, just kind of goes, Doesn't know you specifically, but recognize your family name, your clan name. I'm just kind of nods, goes, okay. And what is the purpose of what is your intentions here? Party of Wolfgang Harlequin.
Well, for me specifically, I've got family. At least, well, a mother. Want to come home. See her.
Well, unfortunately, I'm sorry to tell you that my orders are technically not supposed to allow anyone into the city, Mr. Harlequin. However, and then he kind of looks back at the guy. Go ahead and roll me a quick persuasion check.
Let me get that score. I'm good at
As he's kind of on this borderline here.
With an 18 on the dice, that's a 29.
Fucky wucky, okay.
29.
29?
I'm good at those.
What would you like to say to him? If anything. As he kind of pauses after the however, and he's just staring at the Sanctum guy. Giving you plenty of time to say something.
I genuinely can't think of anything. I don't have any witty remarks. I wish I did.
The dude is just going to kind of look back at you, look at the party, and then kind of look at this guy. And kind of grits his teeth. For you, I think we can make an exception. And he kind of smirks at the guy. But this guy doesn't get angry. Instead, the anger kind of folds from his face, and just a small little flash of a smile comes up. Then I suppose that we should inform the Sanctum that one of ours has come home.
Wait, real quick, is Lavia and her gang not with us anymore?
They're with you, but they're not involved in this.
Fair
Just
enough.
Not involved in it.
Okay, I didn't know.
They
I
are
didn't know if they
behind
left us
you
in
together.
the small time I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Nah,
No.
they're still here. You guys have not pissed them off enough to drive them away yet.
We almost did.
Almost, but not quite.
My boy's smart, but he's not smart enough to say what he's about to say. So he says, inform one of ours has come home. I'll be waiting for the parade. I'd like a float.
And just like that, this scowl comes back, and he almost fucking snarls. Just turns, whistles, and his men all kind of start walking away. And there's probably like 15 like regular guards there, and a few of them fucking cheer as they're walking away, and hold their weapons up in the air. Fuck you, bastards!
It's an accurate response, and yeah.
But the Sanctum is too disciplined to respond, and they march away. Their silver and golden armor glinting in the moonlight. And you guys are allowed access.
Okay. So with that, yeah, I suppose he'd walk in.
After you.
Went better than it could. I wasn't shot on sight.
You were not shot on sight.
Surprising.
That is awesome.
Hmm?
Welcome home, Wolfgang.
Yeah, that's Yeah. It's
Introduction. You didn't get shot.
yes, that is good. Oh
So-
God, where'd he even go?
Now that you're in, one thing that you immediately notice is the destruction. So, the outer kind of layers of the city that kind of wrap around the entirety of it. Going into the dock districts and then all the way down around is more the poor area. And a lot of the houses are kind of these stone and wood, 2-story, multiple family homes. And the next couple of houses are basically have been just smashed off. Like something massive fucking came through here and just fucking slammed into this shit and just took off. Like it starts to go up as the houses go further back. So like it's just like an angle from the ground where just the thing survived, and basically everything above that angle is just been smashed off for the first like 6 houses or so, and then those past there are burned. Just everywhere is just houses that aren't completely smashed or charred. There are very few you can see that don't have some form of extensive damage. It is currently nighttime, so there are almost no people out at all.
Okay.
In fact, so much so that you can see the Sanctum walking for quite a ways at a brisk pace. There are a few pairs of standard guards kind of walking around, holding spears, swords, axes, maces, whatever the fuck they can get their hands on. But other than that, the streets are dead. There's no sound of crickets in the night. Just the occasional crackle of a torch. Or a bonfire, as some people sit around them for warmth. So you walk through and you hear kind of, but behind you, the commander says, "Well, I just let them in, so I have to let you all in too." Names, and then the group takes down their names, and they're administered into the city, and they're there too. So if there's anything you want to discuss with any of them, you made it.
We made it.
Mhm.
Now, there is one thing that Connor just reminded me about, because I did forget a little bit. There was a certain someone who was going to be waiting for them to arrive. Certain,
Short guy.
short guy who can't move very fast.
Well, that's fucking perfect.
Hmm.
Because you see, coming down the road, going not as fast as other people, just kind of short fucking step like is you see your late dwarven friend, Thoden Ironblood.
And as he gets closer, oh, go ahead.
In fact, I'm not done, but thank you.
Yes.
And he has a few people behind him, human-sized, all of them, shields and spears in hand. As it kind of run up, Thoden, these are men that were given to you in order. These are men under your command, and basically you're bringing them with you when you're supposed to be there to give the order to allow them into the city. Now, I will give you the choice. Did you tell Andor you were going to do this or no?
Yeah, he was good. He told him.
He told Andor?
Yeah. He was like, hey, Now, whether or not Andrew was okay with it, that is debatable. But he still told him.
Correct. That is very debatable, and he definitely didn't endorse the plan,
Mhm.
but didn't expressly say no, so it's probably fine.
Right. Like, if you didn't say no, then it's okay. It's fine.
So, Thoden, you arrive.
So he arrives and immediately looks at a car. You could have told me you were almost here.
You're right, I could have.
All the way over there.
I should have. Apologies.
No, it's fine. Welcome. Hi. Looks at Wolfgang. Welcome home. Thanks. And you. Looking at Anarth. I don't know. Do I know you? I don't know you.
He's a bit newer.
I see. What happened to Aldrich?
He went home and stayed home.
Ah, like that guy.
This is Honor.
Anarth. But hi, welcome to the city. I have to advise not to cause trouble. That would be bad. And would Thoden on the way have seen the Sanctum people briskly walking away? One of them possibly
Perception,
scowling.
please.
Perception? Okay.
Yeah.
What is his fucking score? I think it's higher than... it's a little higher. 16.
16? Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you did.
Okay. And I'm guessing those guys, kind of pointing in the direction they went, were because of you. More than likely, yes. They don't like me very much. And I also ask for a parade. All right. So then, yeah. You have a whole group with you. Jesus, when did your group get so big? Wait. He would recognize these people. He met these people. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Those are the people that didn't like the necromancy that you did back in the... Just real quick, just the thing that we did.
He's gonna nod. Yeah, yes, that's the...
I see. Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
And Lavia, at this point in time, is going to kind of look at Thoden, recognize him. And then walks over. And with this very stern, very Lavia face,
Mhm.
she just kind of looks down at Thoden. I apologize for how I've acted in the past. It was not right of me.
Slightly long pause. Thank you. Thank you.
She will then smile, kind of breaking that, and just kind of give you a nod. And she's gonna look to Wolfgang. I still don't know exactly why you're here, but thank you. I'm very glad that we traveled together. And I'm glad that you decided not to allow a psychopathic tiefling to kill us.
I mean, of course. It's been good on the road, and glad we were able to have an honest conversation.
As am I. But we have our own business to attend to. Be careful, Wolfgang. They're not happy to see you.
That's all right. Quite charming, you know.
If you can charm your way out of this one, I'll be shocked.
Suppose we'll see.
She's gonna nod, genuinely looking worried. Then the whole party is gonna kind of walk behind her. And Mira's gonna kind of look at a car. If you can find this A standing general store, they'll probably have coffee.
We'll see what luck I have on finding something like that.
You got this. Mayor's gonna walk off.
The next and greatest arc, a car's hunt for coffee.
So,
Okay.
their group is left. It's now just you guys, Thoden, like 3 guards that are all kind of looking at you guys like, huh? These are people. Let's see.
Yeah.
How much are they going? These people. One guy's kind of tilting his head like, do I know that guy? But the rest of them are just kind of like very, very young guys.
Hmm.
Very, 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 just they have no idea who the fuck you guys are.
That's good. They're coming into it with no expectations.
That's scary, especially with your reputations.
It's okay.
Bro, I just popped my ankle. That was like the greatest thing in the world.
It sounds nice. So Thoden's gonna kind of look at them. Do you need a place to stay? There's not much left standing, but I mean,
I was about to ask, is there even much standing to begin with?
there's like, what do you call them? Like communal housing of a sort?
So, here's what Thoden wouldn't know.
Yes.
There are several landmarks that have kind of been turned into... Them and the surrounding areas have been kind of turned into the areas that people are staying in. So, Thoden stayed for the first couple of nights in this magically protected amphitheater.
Yeah.
That is known as St. Morgan's Bardic College and Artistic Guild. That is one of the places where people are being given place to sleep. The University of St. Morgan has basically been cleared out of studies and is now being occupied for people to have safe sleeping room. And the Mages Guild is currently closed. What they're doing is unknown. Some of the adventuring guilds in the city are they're holding people for very little, if any, payment. The Merchants Guild is holding some people by the docks. The Artisans Guild is holding some people. There are plenty of places to do this. You also would know that it's not just businesses that are holding people. There are also a few different... The Sanctum has opened up some of its churches in the city with the intent to hold people, to give them a place to sleep. But, not gonna lie, you would know it's not an option for these group of guys.
No. Although it'd be insanely funny. Just plops down and they're like, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm sleeping. Go away. 5 more minutes.
I'm sleeping here.
So Thoden would know that. Thoden would also know that they're keeping really tight records of where people are. They're trying to get as good of a head count as they can for where the fuck people are.
Now here's a big question for you. Out of those places, what would be like... They're all probably pretty occupied, but what would you say is the least occupied out of those?
You are correct. There is basically
is there
no room
none?
anywhere. There's not enough room as is.
Okay.
But the best place, the biggest place, where they could probably fit enough people sleeping on top of things, is probably either going to be the university or the library. Or if you can convince someone, the Crown's Hand Adventurers Guild is serving as this base of operations. And there are people that are openly fucking sleeping on tables and shit.
Okay.
But there's more room there than anywhere else. But that is a big fucking ask. And that is above Thoden rank. That is like, you gotta go to like general's rank. Thoden, you're being brought in as like a commissioned lieutenant.
No.
Okay.
Instead of troubling these people, we could always just pitch our tents. Our tents.
Suppose we could if we could find a good place.
Monarch will take a look around. You three get caught up. I'm gonna see if I can help with any of this rubble.
Okay.
And Honarth will wander off to go look for just anybody that needs some help moving rubble.
Honarth, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
$22.
22? With a 22, you walk around. And pretty quickly, you recognize that there is absolutely no one out. It is the middle of the night. And normally in big cities like this, there are still people wandering about. Doing things, getting drunk. Enjoying themselves during the nighttime. But there is fucking no one. Except the occasional guard patrol. And they walk at a quick fucking pace, just kind of always looking around. Always in pairs.
What are the conditions of the roads? Is there rubble blocking them?
There are some places where rubble has kind of built up, but at this point in time, it's been about a month since the attack, and the rubble has mostly been kind of pushed off to the sides of the road, and it's kind of built up at the edges, allowing people with carts to kind of go through. Not as easy as it would have been before. And instead of going 2x2, 3x3, it's usually one going each direction and people kind of moving about there. But they've had time to do some cleaning up, but not repairs.
Repairs as in
repairing any of the buildings. They've just moved shit out of the way so things can function at the base level.
Okay. Honestly, considering that constant dream that he's been having about his mom and dad, he'd probably just try to keep himself busy with just moving more of the rubble around, making the paths a little bit nicer and clearer, so that maybe they can, if you're good enough, squeeze another cart in. And then just asking if there's anywhere that needs help.
There's no one really to ask. The guards don't really get that close to you, and then...
Fair. Then he would just...
And whenever they see this one random big-ass fucking dude just kind of sweeping up bricks, they take one look at you and go, I don't want to know what the fuck's going on here, and just walk the other fucking way.
Then he would just try just cleaning up the place a little bit, just pushing all the rubble out. What he could.
And so you're going to spend the next little while doing that.
Yeah.
Now back to the three people that were left to discuss things. As Harnath kind of goes off, what are you guys doing?
Okay. So, Thoden will kind of look to the two of them, I think. So there's a couple places, university maybe. We could get some housing or get some room. Everywhere's cramped right now. Everybody's displaced, and so they're just finding anywhere they can fit. There's a lot of different places, but honestly, university, library might be probably best bet. Not really gonna get a whole lot of privacy, I don't think. So, at the end of the day, we're gonna just be crammed in somewhere, more than likely. But I think probably take university. I can show you guys the way. There's a lot we need to discuss now that you guys are here. There's a lot, actually. So when we get some time to just, well, I suppose we have time now. We could just chat. First of all, yes.
You guys do have like a pretty long fucking walk to get to either of them.
Yeah,
So
and
you
so I
have
think
plenty of time to discuss things.
I think he'll kind of. Oh, I need to read how something works real quick. Let me just read the wording of something real quick. Is there creature I'm familiar with? How far away has Honor gotten by now?
After what Don't you said?
Yeah. Because he's basically
fa-
going to be like, hey,
So
go
how
in here.
fast
That's
is-
about where it is.
So how fast is Hanath walking? Vesper?
A Honorth has a walking speed of 40 feet.
So it's just standard movement?
Yeah, standard movement, essentially.
Cool.
He's not
Oh,
wearing
is that-
armor, so it is. It's from goes
It's
from 30
improved
to 40.
because we're barbarian.
Yeah,
Cool.
we go fast.
So basically, with that, probably at most 80 feet. Assuming that took 12 seconds.
Okay. 80 feet's still quite a distance. Well. He's gonna try to speak like loud enough so he'll hear him and just be like, hey, we're going to the university. And he'll give like, trying to be brief, but also give somewhat good description of.
Hana, if your passive is really high, you hear it.
Okay. So he'll give like brief description of directions and be like, that's where we're going. Meet you outside.
Yeah, hear with
Cool.
clarity.
Cool.
He's just gonna give a good thumbs up as he's walking away.
Perfect. And
Deep
you
in-
guys are able to see it. It's a very,
in
very
thought.
visible night. It's a very, very visible night. And so Hanarth is walking, thumbs up, very tense looking.
And so yeah, with that, I think start making our way there to get a place, and then on the way, discuss.
Having this conversation.
Yeah. So first, how was the trip, Akar? How was the trip here?
The trip here wasn't too bad. We travelled with Lavia and her group, and it was actually quite nice.
Speaking of which, I do have a question. Lavia mentioned something about a certain tiefling. I think talking about a specific one that we both know.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You see that guy again?
A few times.
Want to fill me in on what he's up to? I've been kind of out of the loop. I've just been here for the past month. Haven't really heard much about him. Kind of was hoping he'd just go away.
Well, I can tell you that's not happening anytime soon.
Gotcha. Question, really, really weird random question. Did you happen to see him with like a crystal? Possibly a couple crystals maybe? And then I don't
No.
believe you would have seen him. Okay. Does he have wings? Or anything like that?
No.
Okay. And he's going to recount, which I'll give a brief description, but he will recount basically what happened when he was still in Talon. Basically like, hey, so I met this guy. met this guy. He was a guy. He was a godly guy, in fact, whose name I actually don't recall. Did I? Oh, that's in my other notes. Hold on. I'll scroll through and I'll find it because I actually do have it written down.
Because they were not there. They were not here for this. I'm the only one who knows what happened here.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I'm going to find the name, but I'm going to continue and then I'll chime in once I find it. Oh, here's his notes. Cool. So he yeah, there was this guy. He was God, father of dwarves, in fact, and that was a whole thing. He. Oh, is this Solon? Is this it? Grunar. His name was Grunar. Yeah, so he had this weird like stone in the wall, in a rock. He was pickaxing it, and here are my notes. I'm going to read these verbatim. You will get to hear what I read, Brant, or what I wrote. Rainbow opal stone is revealed. Outside universe, moving through. Darkness in view, take shape. Battlefield. Lone large light, green light, cannot reach it. Telin in ruins, can see Aurelion, not possible. Horned figure of flame with black hole and crystal pushed together equal flash. Hooded figure holding two bodies, two women, equal two women. And then this was my hypothesis, because she didn't say this specifically. Hooded figure was Azurth, two women were Naoma, and blonde hair Elaine. But they were bleeding red. Mortal blood. And then Azurth became a dragon. So he basically just tells in better detail than that.
Details the vision that he had after touching the opal stone of Grunar?
Grunar, yes.
Dwarven God King.
Yes. And so he goes through all of that and is like, so pretty sure big thing with black hole in the crystal was Chiron, and that's kind of alarming. So, oh, and there was big like smoke behind him, big shadow, darkness, big darkness. So he didn't have a black hole in the crystal.
No, but there is another thing that could be represented by that darkness.
Oh?
Just kind of looks at Wolfgang.
And he's gonna look at her. Don't say the name.
I didn't plan on it. I remember the last time things happened.
Sort of end of the universe deal, like consumer of everything. Not good. Can't say its name because that will only bring it closer according to a priest. And I have learned to not question priests unless they're part of the sanctum. Fuck those guys. But yeah, lots happened. Akar, you want to fill him in on what we've been up to?
Connor, please. Don't just fucking make Josh roleplay back and forth between two of his own characters.
Akar didn't know as much about... Dude, I'm not going to say the name because fuck you.
Yeah.
Which is why I looked at Wolfgang for that one.
Which
Wolfgang saw that shit.
Yeah, he'll recount that a little bit here in a moment, but first, I think, well, on topic of Chiron.
Well, there was a thing that happened. We may or may not have made a deal with him and then ended it.
Fuck, you did.
We did.
Okay.
Well, we're no longer with that deal anymore, so we're not working with him.
Alright. Hand is going to go away from his weapon that it was slowly creeping towards.
And as Thodin's couple guys kind of go for their weapons, after seeing Thodin go for his, they all just kind of slowly kind of look back like, I don't know who that is, but like, should we be concerned?
Do not be concerned. Be not afraid.
Isn't that what scary things?
Not afraid, my child.
Isn't that exactly what scary things say when they show up?
Be not afraid.
That's why I'm saying it. Because I am the scary thing. That is not.
Okay, so. Continue.
And so, yes. No longer with the deal. Ah, yes, you have your notes. That is good. So, recount the epic tale.
Tell us the tale of victory.
God, it's getting hot under that hat.
Listen, it's a hot day.
It is. I'm wearing way too many layers for this, but
Yes,
I'm not
you
taking
are. You're
them off.
This is psychopathic behavior.
I have a fan down.
Toward yourself.
Turn that on. I do. But I swear I'm not a masochist.
Okay, Mark.
Shut.
That's just what a masochist would say.
Connor. Just read. That's what I did. I just read exactly verbatim what I wrote.
But what? What part?
Yes.
Connor, just fucking start talking.
Just say some words. I'll do it. I can do it. I'll talk to myself. It's fine.
No.
You just told a guy who got turned into a zombie by the guy who you just told him you took a deal with. And then you said you broke that deal, but you need to say something here.
This is true. Because he's kind of like,
Words of encouragement, some support here.
Why don't you mention the fact that you don't sleep anymore?
I am not mentioning that. That's not gonna help the situation, sir.
I don't know that that's relevant or helpful.
He's just kind of gonna look at Thoden. Earlier, what Lavia mentioned to Wolfgang. Both him and Arnath ran off to save them, because Chiron wanted them dead. They were in his way. So, that's what broke the deal.
aha, okay. So, interesting. Man, I thought I had things to say to you guys that would be, like, big and earth-shattering, but, like, that's kind of rocking my shit right now. Alright, so this guy, pointing to Wolfgang, and that guy, pointing back the way they came, meaning on Earth, went off.
They...
Okay.
Fuck, what was his name?
Nightwalker.
Thank
Is that
you.
who you're thinking of? Yeah.
Yes.
Or read your mind.
They fought the Nightwalker, who apparently is with Chiron.
Bless you, Brant. Would Thoden know that name, Nightwalker? Would that ring a bell?
Him
Go ahead and have
and a
Thoden roll me
car
history.
have seen
History
him
check.
Oh shit!
Wait, when?
fighting
Wait.
Mortis when
Wait,
they
know the
escaped
name.
prison.
Know the name. Might not know the name. Might not know the name.
Might not know the
That's
name.
true.
Yeah.
Might not know the name.
History check. He should be good
But
at
I will
those.
say-
think.
You saw him, you will have advantage.
Doesn't matter. I rolled first. It was first time was a total of 22 with a 16 on the die. I rolled it a second time. It was a nat 1. So yeah, 22 for the history.
With a 22, you are able to identify that, yes, you do know who the Nightwalker is, and that is the guy that fought Mortis in the woods at one time.
Now, I do have a very specific question. Thoden saw him fight Mortis, so he would have seen his bow. Would he then look at Wolfgang and realize, oh shit, that's that dude's weapon?
With a 22, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
You would not be able to recognize his weapon with that amount of intimate detail.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so you made a deal, you broke a deal by fighting to save some people. That's good, and especially with who it is. Now, I got a question for you. Off topic from him. What happened with you going home? Because I mean, last I knew, you guys were heading there, and then you were heading here. But you know,
It's... My brother and I did repair our relationship. And then Morris attacked and killed my nephew. I
Shit.
was kicked back out.
shit.
Until I kill Mortis or bring him back alive. And I doubt that second one is happening. Killing
Yes.
him will be difficult on its own.
Okay. Yes, we almost got it back in the day. Back in Talon. I mean, we almost had him dead to rights, let's be real. But I think we can do it. We can take him. We can take him.
He's not important right now, and to be honest, as much as I hate saying it, he could prove useful. He's also after Chiron.
Okay, listen, Akar. All I'm gonna say, you did just hear yourself, right?
I hate
Like-
the man and want him dead. But we
'Cause he killed your
can
nephew.
against Chiron.
Hey, here's an idea. Don't trust the bloodthirsty barbarian.
That doesn't mean he wants to work with him again. He wants nothing to do with a bitch.
Okay.
You literally just said he could be useful, though, so
Yeah,
that
That doesn't mean
implies.
he's gonna work with him. That doesn't mean he wants any contact with him. Basically just saying, leave him alone for now, until we solve the Chiron problem, or at least get closer to it. There are bigger things to deal with, rather than just kill Mortis. Unless he proves to be a
Yes.
problem.
He constantly proves to be a problem. His middle name might as well be problem. I don't even know what his last name is, but his middle name might as well be.
Mortis the Problem Devourer.
Yes.
Mortis the Devourer is elongated to Mortis the Problem Devourer.
But like, if you remove, because you have like the quotes around the like nickname, literally, he is the problem devourer. That is what Akara is insinuating is he will devour our problems.
That hasn't gone bad the past several times you've tried it. Not at all.
Thoden will voice, I am very against that idea, I will be honest. After what happened back in Talon, I'm very against the idea of anything to do with him. I
don't
would
want
like to
anything
kill
to do with him either. And if he comes in my way, I happily will kill him.
Good. Glad we're on the same
But
page.
if I'm not going out of my way to go after him, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Akar, as you say that, you feel almost the blade on your hip vibrates aggressively. But no one else notices this.
Okay.
Only you.
Glad we're on the same page. So, what's the plan after here? I know you guys were coming here. Don't really know your business, to be fair, but what after?
To be honest, there's just much to be discussed on that matter.
Okay. Yeah. suppose when the whole group's here, we can discuss. So, for now, I think tonight, get a room, or place to stay, I suppose, and then see what tomorrow brings. Gonna point back to you said it was 3 guys, right?
Yeah.
I don't need to know their names. We got this. So
Everyone doesn't know their names.
we got Jeff, we got
has
Steve.
no idea what their good names are.
No, I know, he's just
Perfect.
We got Jeff, we got Steve, we got Joe.
Sir, that's not our names. That came from Steve.
Your name's now, fuckwits.
You're right. You're right, Steve.
Okay, sir.
I am now changing your name. Thalen. And there's a specific person in this campaign that had that name. And it was the nice guard outside of his cell when he was in the wood elf tree.
Ah.
The one that he kept talking to be like, "You're right, Jeff," or he literally would do that with "You're a nice guard." And then I finally got his name. His name's not Thalen.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Alright, so for the 3 of you, talking to his guys again, once I get these guys somewhere to stay, I mean, they'd be staying in barracks. You guys can go back to your barracks. I gotta get these guys accustomed to the city.
Thank you, sir. So, basically, at this point in time, you guys have been walking for some time,
Mhm.
taking time, going into much more detail than we did.
Mhm.
And so they're going to turn around and start heading back towards effectively their command post, which, as you kind of walk past, is one of the better prepared buildings in the city. If you go ahead and click on the map of Saint Mogan,
Mhm.
there is a building that kind of forms an O, basically directly to the west of the northernmost tower of the castle. There is a
Okay.
building that forms an O, and that is effectively serving as their headquarters. And so basically, they turn and start walking back down this main road. And the university is directly in front of you as you're facing south, and you can kind of see that, and you're kind of headed towards that large multi-storied building.
Mhm.
And it mostly is fine. It obviously has taken a few hits in sort of the roof, but it kind of has been very, very, very sparsely kind of patched up. It's one of the few buildings that when you walk past, you can hear some people inside talking. Once you guys get nice and close, and there are a couple civilians all kind of standing around outside, just kind of standing along the walls, just smoking a cigarette or drinking from a bottle of something. Just low tones, very, very tired. Very tired people. Where there was once anger, there's now defeat. The anger at the attack has faded, and now it's just despair. As the city before them lays in ruins, and there's no one to blame. There's no one to fight. So Thoden, you are walking these two up, and doors are open at this point. There are a few guards kind of standing at various points outside, all of them standard city guards. and they'll kind of see you, give you a nod. You've been working with the guard for a week or two now, and you've made your presence known and useful.
Cool.
So we kind of walk up, and so no one gives you any shit. And once you walk into the doors, there are 3 guards. And 2 of them are kind of standing by a desk, their arms away, no shield on, but they are still wearing armor. And they're both kind of leaning on a table, talking to each other. As there's a 3rd guy who is sitting at a chair, writing in a book, kind of just kind of looking over this long list of names. And he has a couple letters spread out in front of him, and so he's kind of checking and like cross-referencing. And you guys watch him for a few minutes as you're kind of waiting because he's not able to get to you immediately. But after he kind of reaches a point where he's like, okay. Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, so got a couple people here, a few people looking for a place to stay.
So you can tell that basically by this guy's uniform that he is of equal rank to you, but he is more traditional army service instead of how you know a guy and you got promoted to lieutenant. It's more so this guy earned his through the war, and he's just kind of sitting there just going, Lieutenant Arnblood, you know very damn well there's no room anywhere. How many?
There's gonna be 3. Got the 2 here
3.
and 1 more on the way.
Okay. Sure, we can find somewhere.
Good to hear.
Jeskins, just go ahead and look for a place to go. And then one of the guys leaning on the table kind of gets up and just kind of gives guys a quick look through and just slowly starts walking down the halls.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna need your names.
Let you go first.
Akari Lion.
Spelling, please.
Just gonna slowly turn and look at Wolfgang for a moment. It's a funny thing. I can't do that.
I can assist with that. Got someone part of, yeah.
Don't fucking worry about it. And then he spells a spelling of a car.
Mm-hmm. A-C-A-R. E-L-I-O-N. Elion.
No. A car is spelled correctly.
Oh.
But Elion is spelled Elaine.
Hey, there's a person there. Spelled Elaine. Ha!
I don't care.
A car would never know.
A car would have no
would
reason to know.
Yeah.
How did I pronounce the car's last name in the very beginning of this campaign?
Blaine and I bugged you about it for months, and it pissed me off
so.
no end.
I thought so.
I know, this is why I said I don't care, I'm ignoring it.
It's very funny to be.
And so it is spelled out Elaine.
Mm-hmm.
And a car, you cannot tell all the wiser.
Nope.
These are foreign scribbles to you.
Then Wolfgang will speak up. And I'm Wolfgang Harlequin. Need spelling on that as well? Yeah. W-O-L-F. F, not S, sorry. G-A-N-G. And then Harlequin, H-A-R-L-A-K-R-E-N.
You watch as this guy kind of writes down and then just kind of stops like halfway through your last name. And just kind of looks up, looks back down, then continues to write.
Mm-hmm. And then The other person we're gonna have here coming, need their name as well, or do you want to wait till they get here?
Honestly, it would be better to have them just tell me.
On Earth, honor,
That would
blood.
cause confusion. No, it would be better if they told me.
Oh, oh, okay, I misunderstood. Josh misunderstood.
I'm not gonna write that down. I don't. It'll just cause more confusion later. Okay, just general rules. You are not allowed outside and past the. You're not allowed out after nightfall. That there are security reasons for that. Number 2, you get 2 meals per day. If you're caught trying to take anyone else's, you will be kicked out, and your name will be spread around the various compounds, and you will not be allowed an entry there. Number 3, if you start feeling flu-like symptoms, let someone know immediately.
Is there something going around?
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah. If you find any black boils, specifically around the base of the neck, let someone know immediately. And a personal piece of advice: start to pray. But that's not a rule. That's just a suggestion.
Might have to take you up on that one.
Number 3, no fighting.
No. Hey.
Yay!
Alright, no fight. Can do.
At least not in the university.
Of course.
I don't remember what rule I was on, but no intercourse.
Alright.
There are not enough walls. No one else wants to stay.
Of course not. Alright. Anything else?
This is not so much a rule, but just a statement that we are currently under martial law, and we do not have the facilities to hold criminals, so take that as you will.
Of course not.
Other than that, I need to send you guys something.
Oh, send it. Send it.
Because my cat did something very cute and very annoying.
Oh, that sounds great, and I'm excited now.
That's playing Cato posting.
Gato!
She's now sitting in one of the halves of my dice tray.
Oh my god, that's adorable. Cat is ready to play D&D. That is simply what is happening.
Hi, girl. I love her, but she is not very smart sometimes. But hey, if she fits, she sits.
This is how it be.
So basically, after he kind of goes over those rules, he's just gonna say, "He'll be back soon enough. Just when he comes back, follow him. Try not to make loud noises at unreasonable hours, but he'll be fine.
Can do.
It's all gonna be fine." Okay. So after some time, the guard comes back. And he kind of leads you through. And most of the hallways are still clear. There are a few people sleeping in various chairs in the hallways, but they mostly seem to be wearing guards' uniforms, and it seems to more be a choice rather than a necessity. And a car you notice with your passive perception, as you kind of walk down a hallway, at the very end of it, moving near the end, there are two people wearing these long, dark brown leather cloaks. And they have these very tight face masks and goggles. They kind of go over them. And they just kind of walk on down, turning as you guys enter a hall. Wolfgang, I don't believe your passive is high enough to notice it. It's very quick.
Yeah, probably not. It's, what, 12? Yeah, 12.
Yeah, 12's not enough.
And Thoden's is only 14, so...
How is your passive so low?
Because not all of us put the fucking old whatever feat you have.
Observant. That's not even the
Observant.
thing.
Wisdom and intelligence were like my dump stats compared to everything
Do you
else.
not have perception as like one of your skills?
No.
Oh.
I built this
I
guy
did.
around lying, intimidating, and being able to tell when someone's lying. And as far as all my
Fair
other
enough.
stats, that's why I dumped those two, and that's why I have a 20 in strength, con, and charisma.
Fair enough.
Radical dude.
Yeah, dump everything else, just go full that.
So, sorry, I think I just kind of... Okay. Sorry, I just kind of forgot what I was thinking, but now I'm back on track. So,
Good.
you're kind of taken into one of the classrooms on the third floor, which is a little bit fortunate because it's also the warmest, which it isn't very warm. And you're kind of brought into a room, and it was at one point in time a lecture hall, and it has a bunch of these like slightly curved benches that kind of go up in like various levels, and there's probably 40 to 50 people all crashed out on various benches. There are a few people that are more on the stage that are all kind of passed out. That seems to be the most open place. Also, there's a desk sitting there that no one has chosen to just lounge out on. But other than that, basically there's empty floor space, the stage, and the desk.
Okay.
Cat, come here.
Probably. What do you think, Connor? What do you think? Desk.
Stage.
Stage. Stage. Okay. I can agree with that.
So close to the desk.
Close to the desk, yeah.
So you both kind of find a spot. Hanath, after a few hours of road clearing, you eventually find yourself tired. You spent a full day traveling, and now you've just done hard labor that people get paid good money to do.
He did.
And now you're just fucking tired. And so you follow the directions you're given, and you eventually make it there. And you see the guard at the desk out front, just kind of sitting there, just kind of rubbing his eyes. It's probably 4 a.m. now.
Can he take his own advice and just like go find a spot for his tent?
Okay, sure.
Because he not gonna lie, and I don't like doing this, but he's constantly thinking about that dream with his ma.
Okay.
Because his ma was very important to him. He's trying to piece it together little by little.
Indeed, she was. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a quick survival check.
Uh, 19.
19. You find a spot that you can kind of... You kind of make your way through. Some of the more like back alleys, kind of stepping over some of the rubble, and find like a fairly nice little clearing, in which there's a small fire that's kind of been lit, and there's just a couple people just kind of crashing out, and like they see you, and two of them have some weapons, and go for them, but then as soon as they see that you're not like a cop, they go, oh, fuck. And they put them down. They have a couple of tents set up around there as well, and then they're just gonna look at you. You need a place to rest.
That I do.
There's another flat space over there. Just set up and warm yourself. Sorry about the weapons. Just
You're fine. He will do so.
So you do so, and with a 19 survival check, I'll count that as setting up. You do it well.
Cool.
You're nice and equipped. So you're able to get a reasonable night's rest.
Hey, fuckers, shut up. I have very noisy neighbors. They're in the hallway right now, causing a ruckus.
Oh, ruckus.
Of course they are.
A what?
So back to the couple.
We are going to take the man's advice and not have intercourse.
Just go sneak off into the woods like you did the last time. It's fine.
I think that is a bad idea. But that's a different thing.
So what are you guys going to do? Just kind of go straight to bed? What's up?
I don't think Wolfgang has anything to say or do, really. I think he is, trying to respect people in the room, just kind of try to be somewhat quiet. Any conversations can be had somewhere else.
Smart. Cool.
Trying to be quiet is wearing full plate armor.
Listen, would you like me to make a stealth check?
No. You're fine. Actually,
I
fuck
will
it. Yeah,
succeed.
do it.
I
Fucking
will
do it.
succeed. Should I do this with the normal disadvantage?
Yes. And go ahead and do so in dice spot. I am relying on integrity.
Fuck. Okay, dice spot. Shit, now I'm
Dice
nervous. Okay.
I am demanding integrity from this.
Oh, I gotta
I'm gonna use the bathroom back.
Alright, cool. You back soon.
It's not a very high plus for this boy, so that's the first one. 19. Okay, hold on. We're just gonna copy paste
Advantage,
this.
motherfucker.
I know. We're just gonna copy it there and paste because I'm a lazy bitch. Oh, good. 11.
You wake up a few people as you kind of walk through. But they don't, react, fuck you, and then like throw a pillow at you or something. The few that do wake up all kind of like jolt up and then start looking around the people around them, and then they look at you and then they recognize not a guard. Okay. And then they kind of calm down, and then they realize this fucker woke me up. And a car also, you should roll one because you're in.
Should. I'm wearing
armor.
splint.
Nice
What's my
bomb,
plus to that?
motherfucker.
Dry spot, motherfucker.
Doing it. I'm just stealing
Disadvantage.
yours and copying it because I have the exact same fucking plus.
Really?
One of those was a gnat. I'm sad.
The dice
Wolfgang.
spot fucks us.
Wolfgang. You like kind of wake people up, and then they react as they do, and then you're like, sorry, and then a car. You kind of accidentally kick the edge of like the last level of bench because it's short, and then like trip, and then catch yourself. But your armor just makes this loud noise, waking up another few people. Getting glares from the ones that were already awake. One of which is going to go ahead and make an improvised weapon attack with their pillow. It misses. And they go, God damn it. And someone threw me back the pillow I just threw. Fuck you. Throws it back.
Okay. Oh my god.
Nice spot integrity.
Dice spot integrity. I swear I was so mad too, because not only was the first one really good, but I rolled dice before you said to use the dice spot. I rolled 2, and it was a 17 and a 22. And I was just like, God fucking damn it. And then you said dice spot. I was like, fuck.
So,
See, the dice spot is better for you for my campaign. Fucks us. Here, Dominium dice spot is just like fuck you, but then for you it's just like no, we got this.
it's like the Gordon Ramsay meme.
Yes. Oh my god, I know exactly what meme you're talking about. Yes. Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Come here, come here, come here. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off.
That is exactly what it's like, and that is an actually really accurate comparison. My god.
Akara, what about
Okay.
you? What are you doing?
Listen, every single time I think, what does a car do for long rest? To just rest, rather than just sit there like a dumbass. I want to say read a book, because that's what Losha would do. But he can't.
No, you can't. And you're in a university. There are plenty of books, none of which you can read.
I didn't even think about that. Literally, the two options were a library and a university. That's great.
That was not intentional. That was just an oversight that I did not recognize the humor of the irony until later.
Mhm.
Like right now. My cat says hello, guys, by the way.
Oh, hi.
Get him.
She's being very cute and has moved from my desk tray.
Nice.
Do you want to come up here? Do you want to say hello to the guests?
Are we about to
No.
get a surprise Cato? No?
Probably not. Because she's in a
That's-
position that I cannot easily pick her up, and she doesn't really like being held that much.
Like Norman, who will literally fall asleep upside down on my lap. And has
Yes,
on
yes.
many an occasion.
I can confirm said thing, because I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
I've seen the cat
The
sleep.
cat.
The
oh
cat
god, you watch
lays
my cat sleep? That's creepy.
creepy. You're the one who shows me the cat passing out in your fucking arms. It's adorable though.
I do.
Cat,
He's a
I
cute
want a
little
pet.
fat bastard.
I've decided that I'm bringing catnip to make Norman my friend.
You're giving my cat drugs. How dare you?
I am bribing your cat with drugs.
Oh my god.
Norman, this message goes out to you. Resist peer pressure. Dare to not do drugs.
Oh my god. My god.
I'm not gonna say what I was thinking after that.
Oh
Okay.
no. I'm afraid.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't
Worry.
fucking worry about it.
Okay.
So, with that, Akara is just gonna kind of sit there, just going, "Ah, yes, I'm in a place with books that I cannot read them, because I'm illiterate."
It's just he's gonna be quiet and sit there
You would just be quiet and sit there.
and just kind of.
Stare at Wolfgang as he sleeps, just him just kind of passive. Just...
Are there books in the room?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Why do you love me, but at the wrong times?
Is that a natural 20 on investigation?
Yes.
My god.
I will say that with a natural 20, your investigation is quiet. You don't need to roll a stealth check. So with that, I'm going to say that yes, there are a few textbooks in one of the corners.
I was gonna say he was gonna go get one, but instead he's gonna reach in his bag and pull out that book he stole from Elias.
So that
And
entire
pretend
investigation
to
check
read
was
it.
completely fucking useless.
Yeah, because I was like, well, maybe he'll go grab one and pretend to read it. But then I'm like, no, he's gonna wake someone up again.
I mean, I literally... You've already went over there to investigate. The room is big
Oh my
enough.
god, he actually went over. Oh,
I
Okay,
just said...
Brett did say
I
that you don't need to roll
misunderstood.
check
stealth.
meant that it was stealth.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I misunderstood. He's gonna grab one of the textbooks
Okay.
and plop somewhere and pretend to read it.
Go ahead and pick a number 1 through 4 for me.
2.
2. Okay. That is all. And so
Oh.
you are pretending to read a textbook.
I need to do a thing. He's in fact holding it upside down.
No. You don't get to decide that. I get to decide that.
Sad.
That is my decision.
Sad. Okay.
That is what the fuck I asked for the number for.
Bastard.
You will find out in the morning what the fuck you're reading.
Fine.
And whether it's upside down or not.
Fine.
So. You all wake up in the morning. And Wolfgang, you awaken to a car sitting cross-legged in front of you holding a book. That book is in fact upside down.
Fuck yeah.
And he is flipping the pages in a way that would indicate that he's reading the book backwards.
Ah, haha. Oh my god. Are you trying to read?
It's just gonna look at him. Not in the slightest. I
Yeah,
just
I
want
know.
to seem slightly more intelligent than I happen to be.
Then maybe. And he's gonna kind of take it, turn it, read it the right way. It was upside down.
This is literally what I picture. This is literally how I picture a car. Not entirely.
Mhm.
Eh,
Now, Wolfgang, you can read the textbook cover.
Mhm. What is it?
I'm gonna say that this one happens to be one of anatomy.
Anatomy.
So it does have plenty of pictures that a car can look at and go, I know what that is.
I've seen that spill out of a person before.
Exactly. So, Car, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check to gain some sort of information from that.
No, I'm using the dick dice for this one.
My god, can you imagine if a car, like, it wouldn't be anything stat related, but like out of game, got better at killing people from pretending to read an anatomy textbook and going like, that's vital. If I hit
What was
there...
I rolling for again?
History. It is an intelligence check, sorry.
Intelligence. Perfect. 18 total.
18? So you already knew this. But, like, the book seems to be telling you that something right about here, like, kind of like center, kind of slightly off center, is like a really important thing. And like, it's in a lot of pictures. On several different pages. And so you kind of get the idea that that's important. And so you so you've always kind of been taught to, like, when fighting a person, go for like center of chest. And now you're kind of like, oh, that's why. There's a thing there that people used to live. And you have cut them out of people. And so you would know that it's called a heart. And so you're kind of looking at that and go, that is a heart. Ah, cool.
He's probably also eaten a good few.
Most likely.
More than one. But not a good few. 1 to 2. Which is more than most people. But like...
You know
don't
what?
eat other Lithari that much, and when you do, you don't specifically always get the heart. It's usually a more communal thing. So you kind of
Car
get...
has eaten other people too, though.
And besides just the heart, you also get that just... Basically everything on the inside's important. And like...
Car.
And you can kind of recognize, I have cut that out of someone. That's funny.
Car is gonna look at Wolfgang with almost this joy of like a second grader or some shit, being like, "Oh, I know what this is," and he's gonna be like, "I see this. This is hard. I know that."
Yeah, it is.
I didn't have to read to know that.
No, you didn't, and good job and congrats. Wow.
Wow.
You've seen those? Yeah. Man, maybe there is hope for you learning yet. There's hope.
Perhaps.
I don't know if that is supposed to be an insult or not.
No. I'm just gonna leave it there. I mean, hey.
Okay. So. With that, what do you guys want to do? Hot Earth is still not present.
Taking note of this. Where the fuck is Honor?
Where is Hana? Let's find out.
Where is he?
In a ditch, probably.
Anarth is in another dimension.
Mm.
After having gone to sleep
Oh.
and just kind of wakes up in a field of golden grass.
And die and go to heaven? Like, what?
Anarth died in his sleep of a random bowel infection and is now in No, that is not what happens.
I
Anarth,
overworked.
you wake up exactly where you fucking were before. You're fine.
Those glamorous sleep.
Okay. Wolfgang is gonna look to a car. We should probably go find him.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Yes, you! Yes, you! What?
We probably should.
We probably should. And he will get up, trying not to, in case anyone's still asleep, trying to be very careful.
Surprisingly, everyone else already seems to be awake. Most of them have left.
Okay. No
There
need
are
for
a few
stealth check.
There are a few that are kind of hanging around, but they seem to have gotten an early start to their day.
Okay. Then he will make his way out, waiting for a car, of course, and then kind of as he's going toward the exit, kind of just looking around like, is Anarth in here? Is Anarth in here?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
As a 4. If he was, I wouldn't know. It's a 4.
I have such a strong urge to have Wolfgang become convinced that someone else is Honor.
Oh no.
Not even a half orc, just some random dude.
You are Anarth.
You are Honor now.
We get
But
an NPC friend specifically because of that. We're just like, you're coming with us now. Where's your axe? We're getting you an axe. We literally replicate the clothes and weapon of Honor, and it's just some random like human dude like Joe Schmo. Just like, you are Honor. Hey Honor, we need to go kill your father.
You know what, though? If that happened, in a car knew, he wouldn't say anything to Wolfgang.
Wolfgang is just so delusional. I'd have to drop his sanity score.
Wolfgang, go ahead and make me a quick sanity check.
Oh shit. That's a 2. And it's a 10 or 11, so it's like +0. So that's a 2. Do I now believe?
You kind of start looking around. You see a dude in a blue coat.
Okay.
And for some reason, your brain just envisions this person as Hanar. They don't look anything like them. They're not the same race. They're not anywhere close to as tall or as strong looking.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck is my cat doing?
I don't know, but I know what I'm about to do. Oh no.
1 second, please.
Okay.
Could
you're good.
we go be right back, screen?
Yeah, let me send it over there. Okay.
am ready whenever.
Then we are back.
Hello, hi. Yes, we are returned to the living.
The living, yay.
Anyway, so basically, our Wolfgang now headed on out.
Mm-hmm.
And, fuck, never mind. No, you're not. Wolfgang,
Yeah.
you are fairly convinced that you have found Hot Earth.
Mm-hmm.
In a different room down the hall, you see a very, very scrawny, obviously late teenage, like 18, 19-year-old person. But you believe that this is Hot Earth Honorblood, your comrade in arms,
Mm-hmm.
who seems to have lost his axe.
It is. And so... oh, perfect timing. I'm so glad that I switched headphones over when I did. That it just died. Perfect. So, yeah, we're still good there. Cool. So, he is going to walk right up to this guy, throw his arm around his shoulder. Hey, Honor, it's time to go, buddy. We were waiting for you. And he's going to start to, like, try to walk and almost walk the guy to the door. Start, like, going back to a car.
Go ahead and roll me a grapple attack.
Okay. Where is he? I have to get his sheet back up. There it is. Because I had thumbs up still. Athletic. Wow, he doesn't have proficiency in that. That is an 18.
Didn't say athletics.
Oh, well, that's
Grapple,
grapple. Grapple is, it's contested athletics.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because
I'm almost 100% positive.
I know that's how we've done it in the past, but that's how it is. One sec. Grapple attack 5.
I mean, I could be wrong, but in everything I've ever seen, attempting a grapple means rolling opposing ability checks. Attempting the grapple rolls an athletics check contested by the target's strength, athletics, or acrobatics. So this guy could do acrobatics or strength. But yeah, it's contested.
When you want to grab a creature or wrestle with it, you can use the attack action to make special melee attack grapple. If you're able to make multiple attack actions to face one of them.
Mm-hmm. So you could grapple and then do an attack if you wanted to.
All right.
But I do not. I simply want
But
to.
it is not a contested thing. It is against his AC.
Oh, okay. Well then, 18. Yeah, still. So.
You got him.
Okay. Cool.
And now he is going to attempt to kind of push you off, but he rolled a 7.
Ah.
So you don't have him, and you drag him along with him.
Okay. And would I notice he tried to shove off?
No.
No.
It's a car. You see this fucking dude you're gonna get grabbed by Wolfgang. And just starts dragging him along, and he's talking to him like he's hot.
Mm-hmm. Hope you slept well last night, buddy. Got a big day ahead of us.
Who the fuck are you?
Come on, I'm Wolfgang.
Hey,
I'm your friend.
please.
No, I'm Wolfgang. I'm your friend. On Earth, come on.
Honor.
Such a jokester. Come on. Fine.
Right,
who are you
actual
then? Yeah, can you cut the actual honor?
Actual Honor. You wake up. What are you doing?
One more time. Sorry, I was talking to my roommate.
You wake up. What are you now gonna do? You have been apologized to for the night before. You're awake.
What would he do?
What would you do?
What would he do? Honestly, he'd probably just start walking. He'd probably just start walking and see if he can keep an eye out for his companions.
Okay. Well, you know where they're supposed to be staying.
Yeah, he'd probably start making his way there, but looking to see if anybody needs any help.
Okay. With your passive perception, most people seem to just kind of be making their way towards things. No one really seems to be. There are a few people that seem to be doing some stuff, but they seem to pretty well have it in hand as they're kind of going into a house and kind of like doing some like nailing shut the windows. But they seem to seem to got that under control. As there's like three windows on the ground floor, and there are 3 people all kind of nailing things in. It seems like they've been doing this for a little bit. As there are a few other houses down the road that also have boards placed over their windows, and they seem to be just kind of chatting amongst themselves.
Cool. And yeah, you just head towards the where his companions are.
Perfect. So Wolfgang, you said okay. So who are you then?
Yeah, so who are
My name is Michael.
you? Michael. Well, that doesn't sound like Hanarth at all. You hit your head while you were sleeping.
No! Did you? Who are you? Who the fuck are you?
Well, I said I am Wolfgang Harlequin.
But who are you? Why the fuck are you taking me? Where are you taking me?
I don't know. I suppose on Earth we need to find out what we're gonna do today. Akar, what are we doing today? This is on Earth, right? I'm not crazy, right? This is on Earth.
Just the look
Please help me. Please, oh
back
God,
and
please help me.
forth.
I'm begging you, sir, please.
What is Akar going to say to this? He rolled a 2. I'm playing this up. He rolled a fucking 2.
He's gonna look at the guy. Just kind of give an I'm sorry look. And then look at
please no.
Wolfgang.
Please no.
What's he saying?
Of course, how could he be wrong about something like that? I mean, he's our friend. Is
Help
he?
me! Someone please help me!
No,
oh
no,
God,
no.
help
Hold
me.
on. I know what we need to do. You don't have your axe. We need to get you your axe back. Who
What are you
took it?
talking about? No one took it. I never had an axe.
Wolfgang
Walks
is
up.
completely forgetting the fact that Hanarth could just call his axe back to him whenever.
Walks outside, sees actual on Earth with the axe. That bastard took your fucking. No.
Okay, so Hunter, have you been dragging this poor teenager along towards the door?
Yeah, I mean, he would have been. Well,
You
yeah.
guys are almost outside now. Hunter, you are outside the place and kind of waiting for like a little bit. Wolfgang, go ahead and make me a perception check with disadvantage.
Hmm.
And I go ahead and make me a normal.
Wait, is this, hold on, +2? Yeah, +2. That's 5.
5. Hunter,
Roll some nuts.
you
Okay.
see. Akara, you see actual Hunter immediately. Not Michael. Hunter. And Hunter is just kind of standing in the middle of the road, just kind of waiting. And Hunter, with your passive, you do see them coming out. And you see Wolfgang just dragging along this teenager. And he's looking forth, and you can kind of hear a little bit kind of echoing out of the building. Help me, oh God. Someone please help me, he's crazy.
Wolfgang, what are you doing with that kid?
Go ahead and roll me a quick performance check.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Okay.
Hmm.
19.
19?
Yeah.
Not enough.
I don't know.
So do I not hear him then?
You don't see or hear him. Akar, you do though.
Akar, what is-
Just walks right on past, talking to this kid like he's you.
What the? Why does he
gonna
have...
walk up to Honor? For
Why does he
some
have-
reason, he thinks that's you. And I'm just letting him do this.
Please help
I
me.
want to see how
Help,
long
please.
this plays out.
No, please. Please help me.
Wolfgang!
Do I hear it?
What's your passive?
12.
Yeah.
I hear it.
You hear it.
Okay. Huh? What?
You hear a loud booming voice come from behind you saying, Wolfgang!
with the sanity check, because I did one. It was a 10. And so here's what he's going to do. He's going to still arm around this kid firmly around Michael. Look behind him. See actual Unearth. Go.
Wait.
Look back to the kid. Look at Unearth. Look at the kid.
With a 10, you received an average sanity score.
Yes.
And you just go, what the fuck is this?
You're not Unearth.
Oh my god,
You
no,
know
that's what I'm
shit.
trying to tell you.
You know shit, Sherlock. Does he look like a half-orc?
Please, let me go.
What was your name again?
Michael.
Michael? Now listen, Michael. You're not going to tell anybody about what just happened here. This is going to be our little secret, Michael.
God!
And he's going to take a small bit of coin, 10 gold. He's going to hold it out. You're going to keep your mouth shut about this, all right? Or else.
God, you traumatized him.
Now take the money and skedaddle.
And he runs with
Oh my god.
And he's going to hook up to actual honor. You saw nothing, and you heard
You put me
nothing.
in I saw and heard everything.
At least you know I was concerned for you. Because when I saw no X, I was like, let's go get it. So, I mean, I was ready to
You
take
do
that kid to war.
You do realize I can call my ex back at any point, right?
Yeah, I just thought you were a little stupid, and you were just forgetting that yourself, so I was gonna go help you. Or him.
Are you doing okay, buddy?
No, I'm very stressed. I'm very stressed.
I can tell.
Yeah, this is a lot of stress.
Why don't we go find your mom? All right.
That would be a good idea, but also I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Nonsense. He's gonna put his arm
shit.
around his shoulder. We're gonna go find your mom.
Oh
And we're
no.
walking, and he's just gonna start walking with him.
Unearth, go ahead and in dice rolls, go ahead and make me a
Yeah,
grapple
good.
attack.
A grapple. What am I adding? My strength.
I believe it's basically athletics.
Yeah, it's athletics, and we're doing it against the AC.
Yep,
Okay.
that is the DC in order to grab this fucker.
Okay.
Athletics.
Yep. Athletics.
That is higher than your AC, Josh.
I don't see what it
That is a
Hold on.
27.
Only by 3.
Only by. Do you have your shield out?
No, technically I wouldn't have it out, so it's 21. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So Akar, you just watch Wolfgang and just grab him. And just start doing exactly what he did to Michael. Just start dragging him along.
He's gonna look at the car. Help! Wait a minute, I sound like Michael. Is this how Michael felt?
Yes, it is.
Michael, I'm sorry.
And now, just for Michael, he's gonna give him a good old noogie.
No, shit.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah. And so then I suppose... Hey, here's a question for Unearth. Do you even know where you're going?
No, we're just walking right now. So, which way, bud?
Wolfgang, if you would like at any point in time to break this grapple, I would like you both to go ahead and in dice spot make me a contested athletics check.
He is just gonna let this happen.
Okay.
Because he needs it. He needs the push. He knows he needs the push.
Okay.
And
In
so
that case,
he will lead in that direction, and he will be like, hey, we're going this way now.
so basically, you would know that in the city of St. Morgan, your mother lived more on the north side.
Mhm.
In fact, very much so on the north side. Basically, on the northwesternmost corner. And so, you, Hunter, in a car, begin your journey. Because you have no idea where the fuck your mom is.
No.
So where would you head?
He wouldn't know where she is, but he would know where the house was. I think, despite everything else being destroyed, he would still go to the house to see
Gotta
the
go check.
state of things.
So you guys are gonna head. And this is gonna take probably hour 15, hour 20 minutes to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the circumstances.
Oh, Michael felt.
And so basically, you're kind of standing on like this four-way intersection, but it's kind of at a bit of an angle. And so you guys head towards straight west, until you reach another four-way intersection. Take a right, cross a bridge, head through more dock district where there's lots of fairly tall, very densely packed buildings, and this place is a ghost town. There's no one here. The guards aren't patrolling here. There aren't any people mulling about. This place is just completely abandoned. Wolfgang and Wolfgang alone, I need you to make me a quick perception check.
Okay. 16, not bad.
16. You walk under this arc that kind of has a brief view over into the lake. And for just a moment, as you turn and look, your eyes kind of focusing and you blink. Right as you focus in that direction. Right as your eyes begin to blink, you see a large hooded figure standing there. Two boned hands on a scythe, looking right at you. Dimly lit by the light of a red flame under a hood. But then you blink and it's gone.
Is it all?
Most of the buildings in this district are very heavily damaged. Roofs have caved in, walls are knocked down. The only living thing you see is one lone street cat. It kind of limps on the road in front of you, and then just kind of looks at you, stares at you for like a little while as you guys get closer, meows once. But then once you guys get too close, it kind of scampers off. After it disappears, you continue going forward, crossing a second bridge off a slightly wider river. Wolfgang, you know that there should be, to the west, there should be this large lighthouse. And it should be visible over the buildings here, but you see nothing.
Okay.
So you make your way, and once you cross the bridge, you see the first road on the left, and you take it, walking past on an adventurers guild that does seem to be housing some people, and there are a couple of guards standing out front, and they don't seem to give you any mind.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk down this road, Wolfgang, you know that there's a church up here. And you walk past, and it has a fairly large cemetery around it. One of the largest in the city. Just rows and rows of gravestones. but standing out front of it are probably 24 members of the Sanctum Illuminata standing at various points, silver and golden armor shining in the sun. But you don't have to walk past them to get to your house. Well, unless, of course, you want to.
No.
You raise the fork. You can go to the right and walk right through them and see how that happens.
Fuck it, sure.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
No.
Or you can head to the left and head down the road that is not crawling with Sanctum Illuminatus members.
No. Yeah, go the other way. Away from
Go the other way? Okay. And so you head down these roads, and this is where you grew up. Once you were like the age of like 9, you got sent off to study with the Sanctum. But from years 0 to 6, this was it. These were the roads you played on. This is where you lived. And it's mostly a ghost town. Many of the buildings have been burned. Windows, doors shattered down. Most of the houses stand empty. As you kind of walk in, you reach the block of houses in which your mother and father lived. And you kind of head down one of the alleys to their apartment, effectively. And you find it. The building seems somewhat intact. There is a stairway up to your mother and father's apartment, and the door seems to still be on the hinges.
Okay.
You want to head up? Door's
Yeah.
open, not closed, but
Open, okay. I think he'll make his way up.
so you walk up and you walk into this house. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
14.
15. A small bit of snow has blown in, and there are footsteps in it, leading outward.
Okay.
And in.
Mm-hmm.
When you walk into the apartment, it is very modest living. And it has been ransacked. Tables are broken. The cupboards are smashed. There was a fire lit in the living room at some point in time. Parents' door to their room is knocked off and in several pieces. And that's what you can see as you first enter with that investigation.
Okay. So you said the door that was like kind of shattered was the one to the parents' room, right?
Yeah.
Want to take a look in there. See the state of things.
Go ahead and roll me another investigation check.
15.
15. You walk in and there is a window kind of to the other side of the alley, and it sits open, and the curtains kind of blow kind of in the wind a little bit. And there's a little bit of natural light coming in. And you can see on the floor by this window, there is a thing of dried red blood. Based on your experience, it looks like it was probably a stab wound. No idea whose it was. But based on the fact that you know your father's dead, and this is their bedroom,
Connect the dots.
seems probable. But that's not the only dried stain you find in there. You find one that's darker. This one's on the wall, kind of like right next to the door. It's this large black splatter all over the wall. At first you think, is this some sort of like oil for like a lamp? But would you like give it a sniff or like a little bit of a...
A little bit of both. Yeah.
A little bit of both? It is definitely not oil.
Okay.
This is something else. You don't know what it is, but it's not any oil you've ever tasted or smelled. It reminds you far more of blood, but something's very, 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 very fucking wrong.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of look to the other two, or get them if they didn't enter. I don't know, and just kind of.
Did you guys?
You. I'll just put a sit outside.
Sit outside in a car.
A car would have gone in with him, but kind of stayed back out of his way.
Okay. He's gonna look to a car, keen sense of smell and such, and kind of show it to a car. Is this anything like you've seen or smelled before? Ring any bells?
What would I roll for that?
You could roll a variety of things that would each give you different answers. You could roll a history check to see if this reminds you of anything. You could roll a perception check in order to kind of get a good smell, just whiff whiff. You could get a nature check to see if you can vibe check it that way, which would also involve a sniff, but you would get less direct notes of the smell and more so, does this smell like anything I've ever smelled, any animal that I've hunted? Like what the fuck is this? Is there a natural explanation for this, basically? You could try to roll an Arcana check, see if you can get any magic vibes from it.
I think I'm gonna do perception.
Perception? Okay.
It's 21. No,
21?
22.
22? Cool. Cool. You give it a good old whiff. And it smells disgusting. It smells like blood of something that died decades ago. And that's just sitting in the veins, rotting with the body. Not absorbing for whatever reason. It is a putrid smell of death.
He'd give that little bit of knowledge to Wolfgang. Wolfgang.
Okay. And after hearing that, gonna kind of give a nod. He would know about the necromancy problem that a car and them found out about a while back, so no. Okay.
I think that is something a car would bring up. Because it is something he would
Before
know
we go-
about.
Hana, as you're kind of sitting there outside for respective privacy, you see 3 figures approaching. wearing silver and gold armor. And two of them look fairly normal. But one of them has just this massive scarring around his eye, and the one eye is white, and just massive fucked up scarring on the side of his face. And he has the biggest smirk. And they all kind of walk up and they stop. And the smiling one says, "Wolfgang Harlequin! You wanted a parade. This is what you're fucking getting." And Wolfgang,
Yeah.
you do remember that voice.
Uh-huh.
That is a man who you beat to death with his not death. Beat almost to death with his own hammer, the one that you now wield.
Mm-hmm.
This is your old boss, and he is outside, and he sounds fucking happy.
So you said I had to walk upstairs and the door was on there's like a little landing.
Unfortunately, with the time, that is where we're going to end for tonight.
Okay, I see. I was gonna bring that up, so I'm glad, but also, fuck. Well, at least I know what I'm gonna say when it starts up next time.
I have a very stupid question. Does Honarth ever know? Did Honarth ever get the origin story of the hammer?
Don't think so.
Sad.
Yeah.
Because now I can't do a funny.
I
Nope.
think you'll get caught up pretty quickly with what I
No,
am gonna say.
because what I was gonna do is like Wolfgang started the job, and I'm gonna finish it if you interrupt him.
No. I don't think you would have any idea to know that.
I feel
If he had learned the story of how he got the hammer, then yeah, it would make sense. But since he doesn't, there's no reason for him to make the comment.
Ooh, I'm gonna come up with a really good thing to say though, because like I have an idea, but I definitely want to say, because I said I wanted to float and call him like a. I know I say I wanted to float, but I didn't expect you and your big bloated ego or something like that.
Okay.
Like
Again, I'm actually glad that we got to this point at about this time.
yeah, it's
This is a
great.
good place to stop.
It is a really good place to stop. All right, well that was fun. That was a good session. We're here. We're fucking
You're here,
in the
you're in
place.
town. And you've reached your parents' house, and they're not there. And now your ex-boss is here, and he's fucking very happy to get the opportunity to potentially kick the shit out of you.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I bruised his ego pretty bad. Probably. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna end stream there. That was
Because
wonderful.
Stream hasn't seen him. Here he
Yes.
is.
Show off the boy. I do actually have a couple quick announcements real quick before we end. First, as always, Dominium will be, every other Friday. So we've got this Friday. Next week we won't. And then the one after that we will. I got a link to the Discord and everything on the About page on Twitch as well as on YouTube. It's in places as well. Somewhere. I'm working on that right now. It should be linked on the page. As always, at Connor_Lycan for commissions on Instagram. Go look that up. Also, speaking of which, new banner on like all of the shit. Check that shit out. It's fucking awesome. They also did my logo, so that's fucking cool. And podcast. I have been a little behind on the podcast these past couple weeks.
Yeah,
I
you have.
not. Well,
Yeah, you have.
I know it's because of finals.
I'm looking out for it when I'm
Dude.
on break.
Dude,
I know.
I get it, dude. It is.
But hey, I'm
It is
gonna be smart. I'm gonna start pre-recording them because I was just recording them and then posting right after. I'm gonna start pre-recording them and having them ready. So if I don't have the time, I can just send it out. I'll probably like take a day and just record like 5, and we'll
That's
be good.
about it.
So
That is a
yeah,
good
that's about all I got for announcements. As always, the link tree. That's where you got your link tree. It should be. That's posted in the Discord as well in the link page. So if you want to check that shit out, it's all there.
Making a Warlock subclass next.
Fuck yeah, and I'm excited for that. I will say because it sounds exciting. So keep an eye out for all that, and